Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I am in Mississippi, approaching Tupelo right now. There's a map right below the live video feed, so it should have my location on it. I am logged into Spotter Network, and that's what it uses to log our location. So check out the map, and you'll be able to follow along today as we head to Wichita. That'll be our stopping point for the day, and then tomorrow we head on to Colorado Springs. Maybe taking a little time out to check out some storms in western Kansas. Could be some storms out there on Saturday as well, so I'll be torn between chasing storms and going and heading up into the mountains. We'll figure that out on Saturday. Hello, Ark. Hi, Kim. Hey, Tony. Hey, Tanny. Hi, Dale. Glad y'all could pop in for a little while. Not much to see right now, just the road and some cirrus clouds. Beautiful day, 79 degrees. No wind. Fairly humid. Pretty typical weather this time of year down here. As you well know, Ark. Living near Memphis, you know, the summertime blues, they last well into September, early October. Cool air is on the way, though. That front that'll be bringing the possibility of severe weather to the plains next couple of days will be sweeping pretty far east and bringing a somewhat cooler and less humid air mass to a good portion of the central and eastern United States. I wouldn't call it an official taste of fall quite yet, even though today is the first day of autumn, by the way. We'll be getting those really good, cold, fresh autumn air masses in here in a few weeks. Summer's on its way out. Yes, been very hot. Not extremely hot, but just the persistence of the heat. I mean, we had 50 or 60 days over 90 degrees in Atlanta this summer. I mean, I don't think we ever got up above 100. I think we hit 100 one day. And then basically it was in the 90s pretty much every day all summer long. And it was just very boring, very monotonous. Same kind of heat all summer long, every day. So I, for one, am happy to see this summer go. Good riddance. Yeah, could be, Tony. We're not going to have the La Nina that we thought we were going to have. Looks like it's going to be kind of a neutral phase. and maybe even kind of going back to El Nino a little bit later in the winter and next spring. So that typically will give us a fairly mild and wet winter down here in the south. And up north, you'll typically have Arctic intrusions that'll come in from time to time with lake effect snows, and otherwise, just getting a few synoptic snows with some low pressure systems move across the area. So hope everything's looking and sounding okay. The equipment took quite a little beating there during the hurricane a couple of weeks ago, so I haven't really tested anything since then. We've had some off and on audio issues that we'll continue to try to hash out, but I think ultimately the way that problem will be solved will be getting a new laptop for live streaming. And that's probably not happening until the spring at the earliest. Yeah, Tupelo. That's like it's like a little tornado alley down through here. We were sadly on that tornado last, I think it was the 23rd of December in 2015, and we were in Holly Springs. A little boy died there. We happened to come across the scene there on the road where he had passed away. It was pretty sad. And it was a nice tornado before it got to Holly Springs, and then it got big and ugly. We got some good video of it as it was crossing the interstate before it got to Holly Springs, before it turned into that monster. That was a fun chase. Hopefully we'll get a couple of late season severe weather events here in the southeast again this year. Hopefully they won't be, deadly like they were last year. We had the Dallas tornadoes, and then we had that Mississippi activity, and it was not pretty last fall. The damage track from the Holly Springs tornado is still quite evident here across the highway. So when we get up to the Holly Springs area, I'll point that out. It's also, you can still make it out pretty well in Tupelo as well. The one a couple of years ago that went through Tupelo, that one is still pretty evident. So we'll see if we can see a little bit of that damage. Good morning, Eva. icon is not on the map. Try just Spotter Network. That map might be not functional. That's not personally our map. It's a map that we have embedded in our site from another site. So they may be having issues with their map. So let me see if I can see if maybe my Spotter Network thing didn't take. I'll try to re-log into Spotter Network here. Alright, so I did a reboot on Spotter Network. So within a couple of minutes, my icon will appear again on SpotterNet. I do believe this is where the Tupelo, Mississippi tornado crossed a couple of years ago. It might be either this exit or the next one. The trees are pretty well grown back. Yeah, I can tell this is it. You can see a little bit as I look off to my left there. Some of the trees have been taken down a little bit, but it's recovered pretty nicely. It was much more dramatic a couple of years ago. Let me know if that reboot helped at all. Check out the map below the live video, and then also check out the spotternetwork.org map. See if I'm up on that. All right. Well, not quite sure what's going on there. We're logged in. Everything's operational on my end. So I'm assuming it's a map issue out of my control. Puck's in the windshield. It's green. It's all operational. Found out today when I got in the car and tried to wash the windshield with the wiper fluid that apparently they didn't hook the little things back up when they did the vehicle wrap, and probably took the hood off or whatever. They didn't reconnect the windshield washer or something. It's not working now. It worked fine until I had the vehicle wrapped. I'm pretty sure they had to take those little things off to get the wrap on the hood. So I got to try to figure out how to hook that back up. It's probably something pretty simple, I would think. I'm definitely thinking about coming to Arizona. A lot of this depends on, how my daughter is. If she starts getting sick, feeling bad, I'll cut the trip short and head back to Atlanta. So, I've got plans to go all over the place out there, but, I might just make it to Colorado and come straight back, or, make it to Tupelo and turn around and come back. It just kind of depends on how she's doing. So, if I get that phone call that she's sick, then that'll be it for the trip. Squirting down on the engine. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out. I need somebody in the vehicle to operate the windshield washer while I'm looking under the hood, though. Kind of impossible to do that. Check it out. And my arms aren't quite that long. But I could definitely see if it's squirting down on the engine. I can raise the hood and see it dripping down. So the next time we stop, I'll do a little investigating. No, you can't really cover them up. They're these little black things that kind of sit up on top of the hood. So they would have had to have probably removed them to put the wrap on and then put them back on. And then maybe they didn't hook it back up underneath the hood. Get Shaquille O'Neal to come in here and help me out. Ooh, $1.84 on the gas at the Pilot. Well, I have to redo it. If you have to, like, I've got a little bit of lettering on the windshield, so if I replace the windshield, that'll have to be replaced. And, if you have to replace a bumper or fix a bumper, then they have to take the wrap off in that area and replace it. Now, they've got it all on computer now, so it'll be easy to print out and replace anything that needs to be replaced. Also, any changes that need to be made, they can easily make it and remove the wrap and put it back on. It's real easy to remove the wrap. Apparently, all they do is just heat it up a little bit and it comes right off. Something else I gotta do is stop and pick up a charger for my iPhone 6. I don't know what I did with it. It was in my pocket yesterday. I was gonna put it in the vehicle, and it probably is in here somewhere, but I've looked fairly extensively and I cannot find it. I need another one anyway. It's always good to have a backup, so need to stop sometime today or tomorrow morning and pick up a charger. Assuming I can pick up one at any Verizon or AT&T store or Best Buy. Probably even Walmart. Steven, if you're listening, you can tell me if they've got them at Walmart. Any truck stop, all right. So, one of my favorites, TNA or Pilot. Pick one up there. Very good. Plenty of Walmarts in Arkansas. Shouldn't have any trouble finding a Walmart there. Yeah, I'll be staying in Wichita tonight and then hitting the road probably around 8 or 9 tomorrow morning. No need to rush out tomorrow. It's only about an 8-hour drive to Colorado Springs. That's just a short little hop and skip and jump from Wichita. Today's drive is about 15 hours. Tomorrow will be about 8. So significantly less time. And we may hang out a little bit in western Kansas tomorrow. I'm not real impressed with the tornado potential tomorrow or even on Saturday, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, moisture will be there, but it won't be really good quality moisture. And, the dynamics are such that it may end up being just more kind of training thunderstorm type activity. Maybe some little wind damage, but tornado threat is somewhat low, but not non-existent. There is a chance for a few supercells and isolated tornadoes. So, it's not a 0% chance, but it's not the greatest chance in the world. But we've seen a lot of cases this summer where fairly low parameters have produced pretty good storms. So, yeah, we'll see. My mind is kind of on the fall foliage out in Colorado right now instead of storms. So, may just wait for a more significant event a little later in the fall. Continue with the status quo and head on to Colorado. There might even be a little snow up in the mountains on Saturday. That'll be fun. It's always nice to see those yellow aspen and then those snow-covered peaks, fresh snow on the peaks. Makes for some great photography. Yep, I'll be staying at my house in Wichita tonight. Oh yeah, definitely. Gonna plan on getting a lot of shots of the vehicle on this trip for promotional purposes. Man, I need some music. I'm gonna switch over to Ustream. Everybody, click on Mike Phelps Ustream on the tab above the video screen, and let me get up on Ustream and see if it works. Alright, I should be up any second now. You'll get a commercial, and then you should see my live stream. I'll switch over to Ustream from YouTube. We can't play music or do anything really fun on YouTube. It's all business. So I use it when I'm streaming severe weather and tornadoes. But generally, Ustream, even though it's kind of annoying with the commercials, it's our best bet during quiet times. That and Facebook, but I prefer Ustream. So let me know when you're seeing me on Ustream, and I'll turn off YouTube, and we'll head on over there, play a little music. When people come onto the chat and say, "Where is he? Is Mike streaming?" Just let everybody know that I'm on Ustream and that they can click on the Ustream tab to find me. There's a Walmart, but we're going to stop there. Ustream working now. Alrighty, well, let's get on over to Ustream then. I stream, you stream, we all stream for Ustream. Get past this truck, this dump truck, dropping little pebbles all over my car. Fool.